in the past 3 years, and most acutely since Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed took office in April, Ethiopians have witnessed something unusual in their country's politics. The constituent parties of the ruling coalition have been openly disagreeing with one another. The governing Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front (EPF) has long been renowned for its secrecy and centralism. Since coming to power in 1991, its decisions have typically been made in supposedly freewheeling internal debates, which the coalition's 4 parties have then obeyed closely. But this seemed to change as protests grew a few years ago and economic challenges piled up. A striking early example of this was the July 2016 rally in Gondar, Amhara region, over the alleged annexation of the Woket area by Tigray state. The protest, which was highly critical of the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front (TPLF), appeared to have been facilitated by elements of the Amhara National Democratic Movement (ANDM). The TPLF and ANDM are both members of the ruling coalition. Early this year, Amhara's ruling party exhibited combative posturing once again. In Bahir Dar, Regional President Jeju Andagaku and party boss Demeke Mekonnen oversaw a rally in which the old Ethiopian flag, a once banned political symbol, was on brazen display and former prisoners were paraded. 2 of the EPF's parties have also changed their names recently in another sign of their newfound autonomy. The Omo People's Democratic Organization (OPDO), led by Prime Minister Abiy, officially became the Omo Democratic Party (ODP) last month. Meanwhile, the ANDM followed suit soon after to become the Amhara Democratic Party (ADP). The ADP has been particularly outspoken in asserting its views. It has said publicly that it wants to redraw administrative boundaries and has pushed for a Sudanese border agreement to be re-examined. The party has even hinted that it wants to discard the EPF's ideology of revolutionary democracy, an alternative to the liberal model that emphasizes mass participation. Previously, such opinions would be closely guarded behind the coalition's united front. In another sign of shifting dynamics, some parties with the EPF have also been flirting with strangers. In its home region, the ADP, for instance, is under pressure from the National Movement of Amhara. This newly formed party is gaining popularity by appealing to those who believe the Amhara region was exploited under the previous TPLF-led government and now faces the threat of being subservient to an ODP-led administration under Abiy. The ADP has responded to this challenge by giving airtime to ethno-nationalist voices on the television and radio stations it controls. For their part, some Omo activists, including presumably in the ODP, are looking for potential allies in the southern nation's state by supporting the Sidama quest for their own region. Meanwhile, TPLF-friendly actors are looking for potential allies in Amhara regional state. They are pushing for alliances with the ethno-nationalist wing of the ODP and even with the previously banned Omo Liberation Front (OLF). This is apparently part of a strategy to bolster support for Ethiopia's system of ethnic federalism against demands from those calling for a more unitary system.